So unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard about what's going on between China and the US. And if you have been living under a rock, Trump and the Chinese have been having discussions about renegotiating our trade agreements, and in the middle of these discussions, Trump decided to impose a tariff on the Chinese. Except they won't be paying the tariffs, you will. Find out why right now. It's Crystal with the Cash Compass. Alright, so you know Trump has them Twitter fingers and he goes on all day about how great the discussions are going, that we're so close, but for whatever reason, he imposes this tariff on them, which increases the tax from 10% to 25%. If everything was going so great, why would you double what they're already paying in taxes? I thought we came to an agreement here. What's wrong? So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there, right? But I'm honestly not surprised. This is not a political video. I don't even want to go there. But for whatever reason, he imposes this tariff, and honestly, while he may think it's going to generate revenue, to me it just seems like it's going to cause the Chinese to retaliate, which they have already. And what you learn in Business 101 is if your expenses are increasing, you're going to increase your revenue somehow so you can keep that profit strong. So even though these taxes are imposed on the Chinese, they're going to trickle that expense into whoever's purchasing these products, which will be our Walmarts, our Amazons, our Targets, whatever. I mean, honestly, a lot of people purchase products from China. Chinese goods represents 41% of American apparel and 70% of our shoes. So you sneakerheads out there, listen up. The effects of this tariff is already showing because Walmart recently announced that they will be increasing their prices in response to these tariffs. Why is that? Because the Chinese don't want to pay those tariffs. It's a lot of money and that's going to mess up their bottom line. So again, they give that cost to Walmart. Who's going to give that cost to us? Isn't sharing fun? So when we are already in an economy where prices seem to be increasing overnight, there's a lot of trickonomics going on where companies are charging the same price for their products but giving you way less. As if all that isn't bad enough, now we're going to be seeing some increased prices. We'll start to really feel the weight of these tariffs in the coming months, given that they actually last this long. Who knows how long these tariffs are going to be imposed for. So what does that mean for you? I know we talked about budgeting, and if you didn't see that video, go watch it. But be prepared to possibly pay more for your household products. Be aware that things may be changing, prices may be creeping up, so just make sure that you are prepared for that. And just be informed. It's good to keep up with the news, kind of see where things are going, if we've actually come up with a trade deal, which who knows when we're going to actually have it, but just be prepared. So if you can buy some stuff now, then go ahead and do it. Obviously, that doesn't mean go on a big shopping spree. You still want to be conservative and intentional in your spending, but just make sure that you are aware that things will be increasing. So I think part of what Trump is doing is he wants to stimulate our economy and bring the manufacturing jobs back to America, which is great. I do think that we could use those jobs. However, it's not an overnight process. We have to keep in mind that these companies purchase all these products from different countries. So for them to create those products in-house, they will have to find a factory. They will have to find all the machinery. They will have to train people. I mean, it's a lot that goes into all of this, and let's not forget the most important thing, they need money. Where are they going to get the money from? A lot of these companies are losing money as is, or maybe their bottom line isn't as large as that they want it to be. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't think they really want to create these manufacturing jobs. It won't be that easy. It's probably going to take years and years and years before all of these companies can actually build up facilities that would be able to produce these products. So what will happen in the meantime? Their profits would be suffering, and who knows if they would even be able to make it through. So if that's the game plan, that's fine, but we have to keep in mind that might be a 5 or 10 year project. Who knows? Now, if back in 2008 when we had that crisis, instead of giving all that money to these big banks who did absolutely nothing with the money as far as helping the economy, if we gave the money towards people who are actually producing, and they'll have infrastructure, they'll provide jobs, they'll have services, that would have really stimulated the economy, and then maybe we could have discussed having more manufacturing jobs back in America. But as long as all the money is going to these big corporations who are not doing anything but buying back their own stocks to make their profits look better than they actually are, we won't get out of this hamster wheel. Alright, that's all for this video. It was pretty short. I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on and make sure that you are prepared yourself. Please like and subscribe, comment, talk to me. Let me know if you want to hear anything else. And as always, keep your money up.